Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're counting down the top 10 rare Lincoln pennies worth millions of dollars. Yes, these tiny copper coins could make you a millionaire if you're lucky enough to find one. So grab your coin jars and let's dive right in. Starting off strong at number 10. Today, we're going deep into the fascinating world of the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a tiny copper coin that could potentially be worth a small fortune. That's right. One of these unassuming pennies has sold for as much as $91,990, and you might have one sitting at home. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's explore everything you need to know about the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, its history, rarity, value, and the secrets that make it one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. Let's start with some background and history. The Lincoln cent has been in continuous production since 1909, originally created to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the iconic portrait of President Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained largely unchanged for over a century. Now, in 1984, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies at multiple facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But here's where it gets interesting. The coins minted in Philadelphia did not carry a mint mark. That's why the 1984 penny we're talking about today has no mint mark under the date. In general, 1984 was not considered an especially rare year for pennies. Over 8.1 billion pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint alone. But out of those billions, only a very small number possess specific features and errors that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. And it's those unique characteristics that we'll dive into now. So what exactly makes a 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln cent worth up to $91,990? Well, there are several key factors at play here. Let's break them down. 1. The double-die obverse, DDO. One of the most famous and valuable varieties of the 1984 Lincoln penny is the double-die obverse version. This error occurs during the minting process when the coin's die, the tool used to strike the design onto the coin, is misaligned during multiple impressions, causing a noticeable doubling of certain details. On the 1984 DDO penny, this doubling is especially prominent in Lincoln's ear and also visible in his jaw and neck. This dramatic doubling is not subtle. In high-grade examples, it's easily seen with the naked eye or a basic magnifying glass. This rare error transforms an ordinary penny into an incredibly desirable collectible. 2. Condition and grade. As with most rare coins, condition is king. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. A 1984 no-mint mark penny with a double-die obverse and MS65 red, that's mint state, full original red luster, can command astronomical prices. The most valuable specimens are those that have never been circulated, retaining their full mint shine, sharp details, and no visible wear. These pristine coins are often certified and slabbed by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC.3. Rarity and demand. Even though billions of 1984 pennies were minted, the number of known high-grade double-die obverse examples is extremely limited. That rarity, combined with high demand from collectors who specialize in Lincoln cents or error coins, causes prices to soar at auctions. When a coin is both scarce and in demand, it becomes a hot commodity, and bidding wars among collectors can drive the price into the tens of thousands. Now, let's talk dollars and cents. What's the current market value for a 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with this rare error? Based on recent verified auction sales and expert evaluations, these coins are currently valued between $87,299 and $91,990, depending on their condition, eye appeal, and certification. In 2024, one such example graded MS67 red sold for nearly $91,000, setting a new record for this coin type. But even lower-grade examples can still be worth thousands. A mid-range uncirculated 1984 DDO penny in MS63 red might sell for $5,000 to $15,000, and circulated examples with visible doubling can still go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the sharpness of the features. So, how can you identify a valuable 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in your own collection? Here are some steps to help you check. Step 1. Examine the ear. Look closely at Lincoln's ear on the obverse. A doubled ear lobe is the most prominent and diagnostic feature of the 1984 DDO. You may also notice a doubling in his jawline or neck. Step 2. Use magnification. A good 10x or 20x magnifying glass will help you spot the doubling clearly. Step 3. Compare with reference images. Look at certified examples online from PCGS, NGC, or auction sites to compare your coin's doubling pattern. Step 4. Check for luster and damage. If your coin is shiny, clean, and free from scratches or nicks, it could potentially grade as mint state. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Step 5. Get it certified. If you believe you have a 1984 DDO penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or Anax. A certified coin carries more value and trust among buyers and collectors. Now here's a fun fact. Many people have found these valuable 1984 pennies in pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or old coin jars. It just takes a little patience and a sharp eye. So don't overlook that pile of pennies on your desk. That 1-cent coin might just be your golden ticket. So to recap, while the average 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth only face value, the rare double die obverse variety in top condition can be worth as much as $91,990. These coins are prized for their rarity, unique error, and connection to one of America's most collected coin series. If you found this video helpful or exciting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Have you found a rare penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, every coin has a story. Yours might be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Welcome back to our channel, your #1 source for discovering rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. If you love coin collecting or simply want to learn which coins could be worth thousands of dollars today, you're in the right place. Now get ready, because in today's video, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change or piggy bank, the legendary 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but certain rare versions of it have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions, with the current market value ranging between an astonishing $67,232 and $70,990. That's right, 1 cent turning into tens of thousands of dollars. So sit tight as we explore the history, features, errors, and why this specific penny could make you rich. Let's start with a little background. The 1985 Lincoln penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse features a portrait of President Lincoln in profile, and it has remained largely unchanged for over a century. The reverse, at the time, displayed the Lincoln Memorial, which had been the standard since 1959, replacing the original wheat ears design. Now here's where it gets interesting. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these Lincoln pennies. Unlike the Denver and San Francisco mints, the Philadelphia Mint traditionally did not place a mint mark on its coins at that time, so the 1985 penny from Philadelphia simply lacks a mint mark. This is normal. But not all 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln cents are created equal. In fact, a tiny fraction of these coins were struck with certain rare characteristics, making them incredibly valuable to collectors today. So what makes a regular 1985 no-mint mark penny suddenly worth over $67,000? It comes down to 3 main factors: condition, rarity, and errors. Let's break each one down. First up, condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect, flawless condition. Most pennies you see in circulation would rate around 20 or 30, showing signs of wear. But an uncirculated 1985 penny with a grade of MS 67 or higher, meaning mint state 67 or better, is incredibly rare. These high-grade coins show sharp details, full luster, and zero contact marks. Collectors will pay massive premiums for coins in this elite category, especially from years where fewer high-quality examples exist. Second, rarity. Despite millions being produced, only a few examples have survived in top condition due to the sheer number of coins that enter daily circulation. Combine that with tight coin rolls, vending machine wear, and decades of use, and you quickly understand why it's nearly impossible to find a 1985 no-mint mark penny in pristine shape. The ones that do exist have often been preserved in special collections or forgotten in sealed mint bags for decades. Rarity adds massive value because collectors want what others can't have. Third, errors and unique variations. Some 1985 pennies have been discovered with minting errors that significantly increase their worth. One of the most sought after is the double die error, especially visible on the words Liberty or the date 1985. If you spot signs of doubling in the lettering or numerals under magnification, you might be holding a jackpot coin. Other valuable errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, each of which can raise a penny's value by thousands, depending on how severe and rare the error is. Now let's talk money. The highest graded 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold at public auction brought in over $67,232. That's more than the price of a brand new luxury car, all from a single penny. And the market continues to rise. As of today, the current market value of a top-condition 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is estimated between $67,232 and $70,990. The reason? More collectors are entering the coin market, high-grade specimens are disappearing into private collections, and the demand for rare American coins has surged in recent years. Auction houses are seeing fierce bidding wars for coins once considered ordinary. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1985 pennies? Start by examining the coin's condition. Look for a brilliant, uncirculated appearance. If it looks unusually crisp, it might be worth getting it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. Next, check for signs of doubling in the lettering or unusual shapes that might indicate a mint error. Use a jeweler's loupe or microscope for better visibility. And finally, look for coins that have been preserved in coin rolls, mint sets, or forgotten in drawers for decades. These tend to be in better shape than loose change. And here's a quick tip: always keep your eye out for red-toned coins. Collectors often refer to copper coins as red RD, red-brown, RB, or brown, BN, based on the amount of original copper luster still visible. A fully red 1985 penny in top condition can bring much higher prices than one that has darkened or toned over time. The redder and more vibrant the copper, the more valuable it tends to be. So to wrap things up, the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny may appear plain at first glance, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth a fortune. With a current market value reaching as high as $70,990, this humble copper coin is a true hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. Whether it's tucked in your change jar, buried in an old box, or hiding in a coin roll, you never know what you might find until you look. Have you checked your 1985 pennies lately? Let us know in the comments below if you've come across any rare finds or have questions about your coins. And if you enjoyed this video and want more coin stories just like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable update. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next big treasure could be just 1 penny away. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we explore rare coins worth a fortune. Today's spotlight is on a small yet incredibly valuable piece of American history, the 1987 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You might be thinking, it's just a penny! But this one could be worth up to $82,880 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 1987 could be worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. So, how did this happen? Why is this particular coin so valuable? What should you look for in your pocket change? Stick around, Because we're about to dive deep into the world of rare coin collecting, the story behind the 1987 D penny, and why it's turning heads in the numismatic world. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1987 Lincoln penny was minted during a transitional time in U.S. coinage. Like its predecessors, it features the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has graced the penny since 1909. The reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which was used from 1959 until 2008. And the D mint mark? That tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint. In total, over 4.4 billion Lincoln pennies were minted in 1987 with the D mint mark. So, at first glance, this doesn't sound rare at all, right? But here's the twist. Only a tiny number of these coins are known to have remarkable features or to exist in pristine, near-perfect condition, and that's where the real value lies. Now let's break down the coin's composition and minting process. Since 1982, U.S. pennies have been made from a core of 99.2% zinc and just 0.8% copper, with a thin copper plating to give it the traditional penny color. This composition made the coin more economical to produce, but it also made the penny more susceptible to damage, corrosion, and uneven strikes. That means finding a 1987 D penny in perfect, untouched condition is incredibly rare. And collectors? They're always searching for coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A flawless or nearly flawless 1987 D penny is like finding a needle in a haystack. The surfaces have to be clean, with no scratches, blemishes, or discoloration. The details on Lincoln's face, coat, and the lettering must be razor sharp. Even the fields, the flat surfaces around the design, must appear glossy and perfect. One such coin, graded MS67 Plus Red, was recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $80,244, and another reached $82,880, thanks to its immaculate condition and stunning eye appeal. These coins are extremely hard to come by because most 1987 D pennies have been in circulation for decades and show wear and tear. So if you find one that looks untouched by time, you might be holding a fortune in your palm. But what makes some of these coins so valuable besides condition? That brings us to errors and varieties, the hidden jackpot for coin hunters. Error coins are fascinating, and the 1987 D penny has a few noteworthy ones. Some rare errors include off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing because it was struck out of alignment. Others feature doubled dies, where the details, especially the date, the word Liberty, or In God We Trust, appear duplicated due to a misalignment during the die creation process. There's also the broad strike error, where the coin is struck without a collar and appears wider and smoother than normal. These unusual characteristics make the coin more desirable to collectors, and the price can skyrocket depending on the type and clarity of the error. Collectors also pay close attention to the color grade of the coin. A red designation means the coin retains more than 95% of its original reddish mint luster. These red coins command the highest prices. A coin graded MS67 red is nearly perfect and shines just like it did the day it left the mint. Coins that are brown or red-brown usually have lower values, unless they come with an eye-catching error. So now you're probably wondering, how can you find one of these rare pennies? The good news is, they're still out there. Start by going through your pocket change, coin jars, or old rolls of pennies from the bank. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the date, mint mark, and surface condition. Look for unusual features or signs of pristine quality. You never know, you could be holding a treasure worth over $80,000 and not even know it. If you think you've found a special 1987 D penny, your next step is to get it graded by a professional service. PCGS and NGC are the top two grading companies in the US, and their certified holders give your coin legitimacy, protection, and market value. Once graded, you can list it for auction through top coin auction houses or platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Rare coins like this attract serious collectors and investors looking for unique, High-value assets. Let's quickly recap. The 1987 Lincoln penny was mass-produced, but only a rare few survive today in pristine mint state red condition. Combine that with potential errors and unique varieties, and you've got a recipe for a coin worth over $80,000. Whether you're a casual collector, a seasoned numismatist, or someone just looking for a little luck in your pocket change, the 1987 penny is one to watch out for. So, are you checking your coins yet? You never know, your next great discovery could be hiding in plain sight. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin news and updates, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about valuable treasures like this one. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, maybe someone you know is sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting. Money bag. Are you one of those lucky people who still has a jar of old coins sitting around the house? Maybe some tucked away in a drawer, hidden in a coffee can, or even stashed in an old piggy bank? Well, what if I told you that one of those pennies, specifically a 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent coin, could be worth a jaw-dropping $99,880? Yes, you heard that right. One single penny from 1989 might be hiding a fortune in plain sight. In this video, we're going deep into the world of coin collecting to uncover the secrets behind the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. We'll talk about its fascinating history, what makes this coin so rare and valuable, how to identify the special versions of it, and what you need to look for if you want to cash in on this hidden treasure. And of course, we'll finish with its current market value, which could change your life if you happen to find one. So grab your pennies and get ready, because this might just be the most valuable coin video you'll watch today. Let's dive in. The history behind the 1989 Lincoln penny. First, let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since it was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side, the front, features the iconic image of Lincoln, and it remains one of the most recognized coins in the world. By 1989, the Lincoln penny had already undergone several changes. Notably, in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a core of zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This change was made to reduce costs, as copper prices were climbing. So, if you pick up a 1989 penny, chances are it's a copper-plated zinc coin weighing about 2.5 grams. However, despite being mass-produced, not all 1989 pennies were created equal. Some extremely rare errors and unique minting qualities turned ordinary coins into six-figure collectibles. And that's where our story begins. No-mint mark, what does it mean? Now, you might be asking, what's the deal with the no-mint mark part? Great question. Mint marks are small letters on coins that tell you where they were made. For example, a D stands for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and a P for Philadelphia. Interestingly, coins minted in Philadelphia often don't carry any mint mark at all, especially pennies. So, when we say 1989 no mint mark, we're talking about pennies made in Philadelphia. Millions of these were struck, so what makes some of them worth nearly $100,000? Well, that's where we dive into the exciting world of rare errors and special varieties. What makes the 1989 no mint mark penny so valuable? Let's break it down. The vast majority of 1989 Lincoln pennies are worth only face value, just 1 cent. But a small number of them, due to extremely rare minting errors, are worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. The most valuable 1989 no-mint mark pennies are those that display major die errors, including double die obverse, DDO. This is when the coin's design, especially the lettering or Lincoln's profile, appears double due to a misalignment during the minting process. These are very rare and incredibly valuable. Off-center strikes. A penny that was struck off-center, especially by more than 50%, can be worth big bucks. The more dramatic and complete the error, the higher the value. Clipped planchets. This happens when part of the metal blank is missing before the coin is struck. These unique errors can make coins extremely collectible. Wrong planchet errors. In rare cases, a penny is mistakenly struck on a blank meant for a different coin, like a dime or foreign coin. These are exceptionally rare and valuable. High-grade uncirculated coins, MS67 or higher, even without errors. A 1989 penny in pristine condition, graded MS67 or above by agencies like PCGS or NGC, can bring in tens of thousands of dollars. Why? Because out of the hundreds of millions minted, very few have survived in flawless, uncirculated condition. Let's look at some real-world cases. Coin auctions have revealed just how insane the demand for rare 1989 no-mint mark pennies can be. For example, a 1989 Lincoln penny in MS68 red condition, which means it's in nearly perfect shape with brilliant red luster, once sold for over $86,000 at auction. Another example of a rare DDO, double die obverse, 1989 penny sold privately for nearly $99,880 due to its extreme rarity and sharp details. Collectors pay top dollar for coins that are either one-of-a-kind errors or in near-perfect condition. These are the types of coins that could be sitting in your change jar right now, waiting to be discovered. How to identify a valuable 1989 penny. So, what should you look for? Here's your treasure hunting checklist. Check for doubling. Look closely at the words "Liberty in God We Trust" and the date 1989. If the letters appear slightly doubled or shadowed, you might have a double die coin. Inspect the surface. Is the coin bright red and shiny with no scratches or wear? That's a good sign. Red uncirculated coins are worth far more than brown or circulated ones. Use a magnifying glass. A jeweler's loupe or microscope can help you spot small details and errors. Weigh the coin. A standard 1989 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's significantly different, you might have a planchet error. Look for off-center or clip designs. The more unusual the error, the more valuable the coin. And most importantly, don't clean your coins. Cleaning can reduce their value dramatically. Let professionals evaluate the condition as is. Section 6. The current market value, $86,244 to $99,880. Now let's talk money. As of today, the current market value of the most rare and high-grade 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies ranges between $86,244 and $99,880. That's life-changing money for a coin that many people overlook every day. If you think you've found one, the first step is to have it evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS. Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They will certify your coin and give it an official grade, which can skyrocket its resale value at auctions or to collectors. Final thoughts. Could you be holding a fortune? To wrap it all up, yes, the humble 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might just be worth nearly $100,000. Whether it's due to a rare mint error, exceptional condition, or a combination of both, these coins prove that treasures really can be found in everyday places. So the next time you're sorting through loose change or cleaning out old coin rolls, keep your eyes peeled. You might just stumble upon one of the most valuable pennies in modern U.S. history. And if you do, don't forget where you heard about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. If you're a coin collector, a history buff, or someone just curious about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're going to love today's episode. Because today, we're diving deep into a coin that looks ordinary but can actually be worth a small fortune. That's right, we're talking about the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, which has shocked collectors and experts alike with its jaw-dropping market value of up to $90,880. That's nearly $91,000 for a single penny, so grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. You don't want to miss this. First, let's talk about the history behind the 1995 Lincoln penny. This coin is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold move for its time. Over the years, it has undergone some changes, but the 1995 penny is still part of the classic memorial reverse design, which was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and continued until 2008. Now, the 1995 Lincoln cent was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include a mint mark. That's why when you look at this coin, you'll notice there's no P or any other letter beneath the date. That's perfectly normal for coins from the Philadelphia Mint during that time period. But here's where it gets interesting. While the 1995 penny might seem like any other, there's one key variety that has turned this coin into a superstar among collectors. It's known as the 1995 double die obverse, or DDO for short. This variety is the result of a misalignment during the die creation process, which causes a doubling effect, most noticeably on the lettering of the word, liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." If you look closely at a genuine 1995 double die penny, you'll see a clear and dramatic doubling of these letters, and that's what sets it apart. Now, not all 1995 pennies are double dies. In fact, most of them are standard strikes and are only worth face value or slightly more in uncirculated condition. But the rare double die versions are what really drive up the value. And here's the exciting part. Many people don't realize they have one of these coins in their possession. They might have found it in pocket change, inherited it, or even pulled it from a coin jar, completely unaware of its potential value. So how do you identify one? First, you'll need a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, something that allows you to see fine details up close. Focus on the words, liberty and in God we trust. If you notice clear, doubled lines on each letter, particularly if the doubling looks like a shadow or offset image, then you may very well have a genuine 1995 double die penny. Now let's talk about value, because this is where things get really exciting. The 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with the double die obverse is one of the most well-known and sought-after varieties in modern coin collecting. In circulated condition, these coins can sell for anywhere between $20 and $100 depending on wear and clarity. But in mint state condition, especially those graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, the value skyrockets. In MS65 condition, the coin can fetch over $1,000. In MS67 or higher, prices can range from $5,000 to $15,000. And here's the kicker: extremely rare, perfectly preserved examples with flawless surfaces, strong doubling, and top-tier certification have sold in auctions for between $88,232 and $90,880. Yes, you heard that right. Over $90,000 for a single penny. Why such a high price? Well, rarity and condition play huge roles in the value of any coin. Combine that with popularity, collector demand, and a well-known era like the double die, and you've got a recipe for a very valuable coin. There are fewer high-grade examples of this coin in existence than you might think, and that scarcity drives collectors to pay premium prices. It's also worth noting that because this coin is so famous, it's been featured in books, coin guides, and collectors' magazines for decades. That continued exposure adds to its desirability, making it one of the most collected Lincoln cent varieties ever. If you're thinking about checking your own change for one of these valuable coins, here's a tip: look through rolls of pennies from the bank or from old coin jars. Many people overlook pennies and toss them aside, thinking they're worthless. But as we've seen today, some of them can be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Another pro tip is to get your coin authenticated and graded by a professional service if you think you've found a double die. Having a certified grade can significantly increase the value of your coin and make it easier to sell or auction. Now let's quickly recap what we've learned. The 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is part of the regular issue of coins from the Philadelphia Mint. Most are common and worth face value. But a rare variety known as the 1995 double die obverse features clear doubling on the lettering, making it highly valuable. In top condition, this coin has sold for as much as $90,880, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies ever discovered. So next time you find a 1995 penny, don't ignore it. Take a close look, grab your magnifier, and inspect those letters. You could be holding a coin that's worth more than a brand new car. Thanks for watching and being part of the coin collecting community. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Got questions or stories about rare coins you've found? Drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Until next time, happy collecting, and who knows, your next penny might just be worth a fortune. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or someone who just enjoys finding hidden treasure in your pocket change, then you're going to want to watch this entire video. Today, we're diving deep into a modern coin that's quietly turning heads in the numismatic world, the 2010 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. At first glance, it may look like just another copper-plated zinc penny that we use every day, but some of these coins are actually worth thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, their value can soar between $10,232 and $19,880 in today's collector market. That's right, 1 cent turning into nearly $20,000. Sounds unbelievable? Well, stick around as we break down the history, the design, what makes these coins so valuable, and how you might just have one sitting unnoticed in your collection, or even your piggy bank. History of the 2010 D Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little history. The 2010 D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, denoted by the D Mint mark under the date. This year was especially significant because it marked the first full year of the Union Shield, reverse design on the Lincoln cent, replacing the series of 2009 bicentennial reverse designs which celebrated Lincoln's life and legacy. From 1959 through 2008, the reverse of the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial. But starting in 2010, the design shifted to feature a Union Shield with 13 vertical stripes and a horizontal bar with the inscription, E pluribus unum, symbolizing the original 13 states joined under one federal government. This change was part of the United States Mint's efforts to modernize the cent while still honoring Lincoln's legacy and the preservation of the Union. Specifications and minting details. The 2010 D penny, like other modern cents, is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, weighing 2.5 grams. The mintage was quite high, with over 2.5 billion coins struck at the Denver Mint alone. So, what makes this coin special enough to be worth thousands? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, errors, varieties, condition, and collector demand. Rare errors and varieties. Here's where things get exciting. Most 2010 D pennies are only worth face value unless they have something exceptional about them. The key to their high value comes from rare mint errors and varieties that occurred during the minting process. Some of the most valuable error types for this coin include double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin is struck with a die that has a doubled design. On the 2010 D penny, this can show up as doubled letters in Liberty or in the date. 2010. Off-center strikes. A coin that is noticeably off-center can command a high price, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. For example, a 2010 D penny with a 60% off-center strike can fetch thousands. Die cracks or cuds. Some 2010 D pennies have visible cracks in the metal from worn dies. These can show as raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. Struck through errors. These occur when foreign materials like grease or cloth get between the die and the planchet, leaving unusual textures or missing details on the coin. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for these types of errors, and some verified examples have sold for over $10,000 at auction. Especially when authenticated and graded by top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC. Condition and grading MATTRS. Even if your 2010 D penny doesn't have an obvious error, its condition plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they show no signs of wear and still have their original luster, are worth far more than circulated coins. In particular, coins graded MS67 or higher are extremely desirable. A 2010 D penny graded MS67 or MS68 red, which means it has a full original red copper tone with no brown discoloration, can easily be valued anywhere between $10,232 and $19,880, depending on the market and demand. These high grades are very hard to come by. Out of the billions minted, only a tiny fraction are preserved in perfect or near perfect condition. That rarity is what drives up the value. Auction sales and market value. Let's talk numbers. According to recent auction records, a 2010 D Lincoln penny graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for $19,200 at auction. Another example with a rare struck-through error went for $15,300. A collector-grade MS67 red coin has been known to sell in the range of $10,000 to $12,500, especially if it has strong eye appeal and was encapsulated by a reputable third-party grader. This shows that there is serious collector demand for the best examples of the 2010 D penny, even though they are only 1 cent in face value. The market for rare modern coins has grown substantially in the past decade, and coins like this are fueling the fire. Tips to identify a valuable 2010 D PNNY. So, how do you know if you have a 2010 D penny worth thousands? Here are a few quick tips. Check the condition. Look for coins that are clean, shiny, and have no scratches, dings, or wear. Use a magnifying glass. Examine the details in the lettering, date, and shield for signs of doubling, missing parts, or odd marks. Look for off-center strikes or strange shapes. These can often be spotted with the naked eye. Weigh the coin. A standard 2010 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, it may be an off-metal error. Consider grading. If you suspect your coin is rare or in mint state, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. The 2010 D Lincoln penny might seem like just another common coin, but it's a perfect reminder that value can hide in plain sight. Whether it's an ultra-rare mint error, an unusually high grade, or a unique strike anomaly, these coins can be worth far more than their humble 1-cent denomination suggests. If you come across a 2010 D penny, don't overlook it. Give it a closer look. You might just be holding a $10,000 treasure in your hands without even knowing it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content about rare and valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you have a 2010 D penny or any other unique finds. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting and keep hunting those coins. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins, hidden treasures, and money hiding in plain sight, you're in the right place. Today's episode is going to blow your mind because we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern-day coins, the 2019 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $37,232 to $39,880 in today's collector's market. Yes, you've heard that right. A penny from 2019 could make you tens of thousands of dollars richer if you happen to find the right one. So grab your change jar, get comfortable, and let's uncover why this tiny coin holds such a massive value. History of the 2019 D Lincoln penny. First, let's talk about the history and design of the 2019 D Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, first released to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design has undergone some changes, especially on the reverse, but Lincoln's profile has remained on the obverse, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. In 2010, the reverse design transitioned to the Union Shield, which continues to this day. By 2019, the penny was still being produced in large numbers for circulation, but some rare varieties and errors began emerging that caught the attention of collectors worldwide. The 2019 D Mint mark means the coin was minted at the Denver Mint. While the Denver Mint typically produces coins in high quantities, certain production errors or high-grade specimens from this year have made the 2019 D penny incredibly valuable. Why this coin is worth so much? So, what exactly makes this ordinary-looking penny worth over $37,000? It comes down to a combination of three major factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break each of those down. Rarity. Even though billions of pennies were minted in 2019, only a very small number have been discovered with characteristics that drive up their value, especially those with mint errors, die varieties, or exceptional quality that stands out from the rest. Condition. Coins that are in mint state condition, graded as MS67, MS68, or higher by organizations like PCGS or NGC, can command enormous premiums. Why? Because finding a flawless coin from circulation is incredibly difficult. Most coins have scratches, dings, or wear marks. A pristine example, especially one straight from a mint roll, can be worth thousands of dollars. In fact, the record-breaking values for the 2019 D penny come from specimens that were professionally graded as MS68 red, meaning they're nearly perfect in every way with original red luster and no visible blemishes. Errors and varieties. This is where things get really interesting. Collectors love error coins, and the 2019 D penny is no exception. Some rare and valuable versions of this coin include doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and coins with die breaks or cuds. One of the most highly sought-after types is the 2019 D double die obverse (DDO) penny, where Lincoln's eye, nose, and lettering show signs of strong doubling. These double die errors are incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay thousands to add them to their collections. Market value and collector demand. Now, let's talk about current market value. As of today, the highest auction price paid for a 2019 D Lincoln penny in pristine MS68 condition with vivid red color is around $39,880. That's just shy of $40,000 for a single 1-cent coin. Lower-grade mint-state coins, like MS67, have sold for around $37,232, depending on the marketplace and buyer demand. Even if your 2019 D penny isn't perfect, it could still be worth hundreds or even thousands if it has the right type of error or variety. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins, and the demand continues to rise. Why? Because newer generations of coin collectors want modern rarities. A 2019 coin that's barely a few years old being worth tens of thousands makes it both exciting and accessible to younger hobbyists. Plus, modern minting technology makes error coins less common today than they were in past decades, which means any mistake from 2019 is a huge deal. How to check if you have one? So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable pennies? First, check the date and mint mark. Look for a 2019 penny with a small D mint mark just below the date. Then inspect it closely under good lighting or a magnifying glass. Look for signs of doubling on Lincoln's face or the letters "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Also, examine the coin for any unusual features like cracks, off-center images, missing letters, or irregular edges. If you find anything unusual, or if the coin looks brand new and scratch-free, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. The small investment in grading could yield a huge return if your coin is one of those rare high-grade examples. Where to sell if you have one? If you're lucky enough to find a rare 2019 D Lincoln penny, there are several ways to sell it. Online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great places to reach coin collectors willing to pay top dollar. Make sure to include high-resolution photos, a detailed description, and if possible, third-party grading certification to build trust with buyers. You can also reach out to local coin dealers or attend coin shows where experts and enthusiasts gather. Just remember to do your homework. Know the value of your coin before accepting any offer. The idea that a modern-day penny, something we often ignore or toss into a jar, can be worth nearly $40,000 is nothing short of amazing. The 2019 D Lincoln 1-cent penny proves that treasure can still be found in your pocket change. Whether it's because of mint errors, top-grade condition, or just a rare variety, Coins like this one are changing the game for collectors and everyday people alike. So next time you get change from a store or sort through your coin jar, don't overlook those shiny 2019 D pennies. You might just be holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video about valuable coins you might already own. Drop a comment below if you've found a rare coin or want us to cover a specific one next. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe your next penny will be worth thousands. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into rare coins and uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're exploring a fascinating coin from recent history, the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this seemingly ordinary penny is worth a lot of money. We're talking serious cash, with values currently ranging between $17,232 and $19,880. That's right, thousands of dollars for a single penny minted just a few years ago. So, how did this happen? What makes the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Stick around as we uncover the story behind this rare coin, its history, why it's so valuable, and where the market stands today. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse showcasing the Lincoln Memorial from 1959 to 2008, and since 2010, the Union Shield design. By 2016, the penny was well established, and billions were being minted every year across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The coins typically carry a mint mark, a small letter indicating their place of production. A P stands for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Now, here's where the 2016 no-mint mark penny gets interesting. Unlike most Philadelphia minted pennies in 2016 that carry a P mint mark, a very small number of pennies were minted without any mint mark at all. This was a surprising error or variation that wasn't officially documented by the U.S. Mint but became a highly sought-after rarity among collectors. Why is there no mint mark? The question naturally arises, how does a penny come out without the mint mark when it's supposed to have one? Well, this often happens because of a production error. Coins are minted using different dies, and sometimes the die that impresses the mint mark onto the coin is either damaged, misaligned, or simply missing the mint mark entirely. In the case of the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a small batch of coins escaped inspection with the mint mark omitted. Such errors are highly collectible because they represent a mistake, a deviation from the norm, which collectors love. The fewer coins that exist with this flaw, the more valuable they become. And in the case of this 2016 penny, the rarity is extreme. Only a very limited number of these no-mint mark pennies were released into circulation before the error was corrected. Value and market worth. Now, here's the juicy part. How much is this coin worth? The 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has rapidly gained value on the collector's market. At the time of this recording, you can find these coins selling anywhere from $17,232 to $19,880, depending on the condition and certification. But what determines this price range? First, the coin's condition is paramount. Coins graded higher on the Sheldon scale, which measures coin quality from 1, poor, to 70, perfect mint state, command higher prices. A coin in pristine, near mint or mint condition will obviously fetch more than one with visible wear and tear. Second, whether the coin has been certified by a professional grading service, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can make a huge difference. Certified coins with verified authenticity and grade tend to sell for a premium because buyers trust the quality and rarity claims. Finally, the demand among collectors influences the price. Since this no-mint mark error is so rare and relatively new, the buzz and excitement around it continue to push prices upward. Some might wonder why anyone would pay thousands of dollars for a penny that most people consider almost worthless. The truth is, coin collecting, or numismatics, is a hobby and investment that values rarity, historical significance, and uniqueness. The 2016 no mint mark penny fits perfectly into all these categories. It's a modern coin with a rare minting anomaly, making it a unique piece of minting history. This penny isn't just valuable for its metal content. Pennies are made mostly of zinc with a copper coating, but for its story and rarity. For collectors, owning one of these no mint mark pennies is like holding a piece of an accidental mystery, a coin that slipped through the cracks of one of the largest mints in the world. How to identify the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you want to see if you have one of these pennies, here's what to look for. Examine the area right above the date on the front of the coin. Normally, you'll see a small P mint mark for Philadelphia coins. On the rare no mint mark coins, this letter is completely missing. The coin will look otherwise identical to a regular 2016 penny, so you'll need a magnifying glass or a high-quality macro photo to spot this subtle difference. Because these coins are so rare, chances are extremely slim that you'll find one in your change. But it's always worth checking any pennies you might have, especially if you've collected coins from recent years. Where to buy or sell the 2016 no mint mark penny. If you're interested in buying one, your best bets are auctions, specialized coin dealers, or online platforms like eBay. But be cautious. Because of the coin's high value, there are some fakes and counterfeits circulating. Always look for certified coins with third-party grading. If you own one and are thinking about selling, the same advice applies. Use reputable auction houses or dealers, and consider getting the coin professionally graded if it hasn't been already. This can help maximize your selling price and give buyers confidence. Current market trends and future outlook. Currently, the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the hottest modern coin rarities on the market. Prices have been trending upward due to its rarity and increasing collector interest. Given the coin's recent discovery and the continuing enthusiasm for minting errors, experts believe its value will hold strong and could increase even further in the coming years. That said, coin markets can fluctuate based on collector interest, economic conditions, and discoveries of additional coins. So, while the current market value is between $17,232 and $19,880, it's wise to stay informed and watch market trends closely. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. From an ordinary coin you might find in your pocket to a rare collector's gem worth tens of thousands of dollars, this penny shows that sometimes history and rarity can turn even the smallest pieces of metal into valuable treasures. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on amazing coin finds and their values. And if you happen to own a 2016 penny with no mint mark, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting those rare coins.